she would want her baby to like be missing some limbs because maybe like the mother's like missing limbs, and she wants to uh you know share that with their child, that disability with their child.
This
And
isn't
so she
really
uses like
realistic.
she
Yeah, I
uses
don't
like
want to
some
go down that road because
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
wait,
saying
think what
hold
you're
on.
saying is
you're saying that
true.
some people actually do this and believe in this, but unless you can point to me a case in which this has actually happened, then I don't really feel the need to entertain this insane hypothetical.
Well, this is not an insane hypothetical, but can you let
Well, it
What's your
can you
is.
answer
question?
it though? So what if she uses this drug that leads to like fetal deformity, and the fetus
I find that
um
immoral.
won't it
Next.
won't develop any kind of limb, and she decides to carry the baby to term? It's not immoral for
It's
her
moral.
to
Next.
use
I
that to
just
carry
said
the
I
baby.
find that immoral. Next.
Okay, you find that immoral. Do you
Yes.
think that it should be illegal? Yes.
I think it would be hard to prove intent.
I think such a drug even being prescribed to people probably shouldn't exist. I don't believe that one does, but sure.
Well, there's a drug that does that. I think it's called the lamolide. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
If someone
Um,
is intentionally harming their unborn child in utero, yes, I think there should be. I don't know what kind of charge that would be, but I think that would be like, I don't know. I would take
but
issue
that
with it.
wouldn't that like conflict with your
Oh, it is
bodily
illegal.
autonomy sense? Because you
No.
said it would be illegal, right? So if a woman can do whatever she wants with her body, absolutely, then she should be able to like use this drug to.
Right, but
Um,
you're not framing it in the intention of, her engaging in her bodily autonomy. You are framing it in the intention
Right.
to cause harm to someone.
what? Wait a
What?
minute. I thought you emphasize like bodily autonomy, right? And that
That wasn't your
a
Yeah.
argument.
woman could,
You came in here asking
well,
specifically
well,
about her intentionally harming her child, not regaining her bodily autonomy, in which case the genderless means necessary, i.e., abortion, would probably be the most logical stand to take.
no,
Like your eggs, fighter fertilized.
but if you're going to say that a person can do whatever he or she wants with his or her body, then I don't know how you can be consistent and say, well, no, that it should be illegal if you use drugs during pregnancy.
I don't think it should be illegal.
I think it should be illegal, but I don't believe in bodily autonomy in like an
I
absolute
know.
sense. I don't believe I don't believe in bodily
Why do you
autonomy for
find
all.
that? Okay.
Hmm?
All right, never mind.
Wait, what?
Never mind.
Never mind what?
Go ahead, keep talking. You don't
I,
believe in
I had a
bodily
question
autonomy.
and I decided I didn't want to ask you. Never mind. What do you got next?
Okay, well, I think that you're being inconsistent there. So,
I think you're
um,
being disingenuous, but go on.
oh, wait. If you're gonna say like bodily autonomy, like a person could do whatever he or she wants with their body.
But this
Um,
isn't a bodily autonomy argument because you position
it
this
is.
question with
It
the intent of
complex,
purposely harming an unborn baby.
Yeah,
but
because if I think they are a drug addict, who like can't help themselves, I don't think that they should receive criminal punishment.
okay. But if a person intentionally harm their
Tell
fetus
me,
or
can you tell me, can you give me like some kind of study on this?
on what? On
A pregnant person intentionally wanting to harm their fetus in the third trimester?
well, it's not. I mean, the person could use these drugs during the first and second trimester,
No,
and it
can
could
you just
still.
give me something that I can like reference?
Um, yeah. Hold on, let me Google it.
Okay.
You don't have anything?
I thought I read like a story about this. Like,
So
You thought you read a story?
how
not
would
story,
you
but an
prove
story.
intent? How would you prove intent?
Um, I mean, Yeah, that's a good question, but um,
Great.
if it
Couldn't
can
you
be
also
And
argue
proven,
like,
that they didn't know that they were
what
pregnant?
would be the benefits of someone like why would they want to do this? Because if they
maybe
were
they
like
would,
intentionally trying to harm the fetus, aren't they putting themselves at risk?
possibly.
Okay. So is this like a form of Munchausen?
Yeah,
What are
it
you
could be
thinking?
that. So there are people
Then
that
they would need medical help.
think they will. Yeah, well, I'll agree with that. But this
Right.
is just
So I
just
guess
testing your.
kind of working through that, I would say I would not want it criminalized or illegal.
So you're saying that it would be okay if a woman, a pregnant woman, use certain
We didn't
drugs
say it should be
that will lead.
okay. We agree that it's
No,
immoral.
I
It
can
just
find
shouldn't be
something
illegal.
immoral, but say it shouldn't be like criminalized or made illegal. I mean, that's why I
Okay,
wanted
so
to
you
ask.
can.
That's why I asked you if you wanted to have a legal discussion regarding abortion, because I could concede in a legal discussion that abortion is immoral and still make a case on why it shouldn't be illegal.
I see. I see.
And I think you'll
Okay,
find
so
lots of things in society which your religion, or maybe just you as a person, would view as immoral, but also shouldn't be illegal. Like cheating on a spouse probably shouldn't be a criminal offense.
hmm. Okay, so let me ask you another question.
Wait, I want you to
Um,
answer that, Jamal. Do you think adultery should be like a criminal offense?
yeah, that's a good question. I think in South Korea, it was illegal until like recently they decriminalized it.
But I
Um,
want
We're
your
asking,
point.
should it
I
be?
want your perspective.
yeah. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it should be illegal.
Why
Um,
not? It's
Why
immoral.
not?
but actually, but I wouldn't like mind if like I don't care. Like I'm neutral on that. It's like it could go like I could go like either
So
way.
you only want to legislate your beliefs in some degree, but not all. I think it's interesting that you're very picky with which ones you want to, enforce.
Yeah, I mean, I am for making abortion illegal
Well,
because
you're
I'm
also
for human
pro
rights.
theocracy, are you not?
Well, yeah, when Jesus returns, but not like any worldly
Right. Okay.
leader. I don't want no worldly
Okay.
leader
Jamal,
in the
So
place of
why
why do
why
you
Jesus.
even
think
just chip away
banning
at things?
abortion?
What'd you say?
Why do you think banning abortion would be a good law?
Yeah, so according to several studies, banning abortion does reduce the abortion rate. So that's a plus.
What
Could you
studies?
give me that study?
Sure, let me bring it up.
Great.
I can give you a
Do
study
you
that
think there's
contradicts that.
other things that we could do?
Yes, I think there are other ways we can reduce the abortion rate.
Great.
One is to preach the gospel, turn people to Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ can
No
change hearts.
thanks.
Well, I
So
know
you
you
don't think
don't believe.
you don't think that people should have the freedom to worship as they please?
Yeah, but they should have the freedom to worship whom they please and when
Okay,
they
so
please.
that wouldn't be
Mhm.
like that. That solution would be kind of contradictory to what you said in terms of someone's freedom,
Yeah.
No, but
choosing to
You can't
worship
when you
as they
mandate
believe,
people
please.
to believe in your God,
I mean,
which I know you want to in a
like,
theocracy,
I
but
don't
that's not going to
care that
happen.
you're Christian. Could you just kind of like keep it to yourself and
You
like
can't.
not really talk about it?
uh,
Like, do you have
I'm
to
just
be like
saying you
so like
don't want
out
to
and
hear the
open
truth.
about it?
And annoying.
Oh, so you want me to stay in the closet with my faith, huh?
Yeah,
You can
I
go back in the
do.
closet if you like.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
So,
like
so you sound like a
I
Christian
would
fan.
like why do you have to like be so like
Thank you.
proud, and open, and
And pompous
Oh,
and annoying.
but it's okay for a homo like the LGBTQ to be out in the closet and just
They're not
parade
forcing you to be
their
gay,
beliefs.
though.
yeah, they're not
They're not
forcing you to
asking you
be
to
gay.
join them.
Yeah,
But Jamal,
but
wait,
they're
Jamal, do you think that the LGBTQ should be out and proud?
no, I think pride is an abomination.
Then why don't
Mhm.
you follow that rule when it comes to your Christianity?
Yeah, I don't go out in the streets and like parade my Christianity. I don't like,
I just asked you
have
You
for a
want everyone to
parades.
be
pragmatic
a Christian.
solution. I just asked you for a pragmatic solution to reduce abortion, and you said to preach the gospel.
Well, that's one of them. Yeah, to spread the light because
So
Jesus Christ
that's
can change hearts
contradictory
and
to
minds.
what to now two statements that you've just made. One, where you
Mm.
think everyone should have the freedom to worship however they please, and two, that
No, I
you
don't
are now
believe they
exhibiting
should be
pride
forced.
in your beliefs and preaching that to other people.
And you
No,
only
that's
believe
not
that your
pride.
specific
It's
belief should be allowed to be displayed in public, but not anyone that contradicts it.
no, I never said that.
So you
Well,
don't so
I
that's
you
what
never
you're
don't
said that.
support
saying, though.
the freedom of religion.
I do support the freedom of religion
Okay.
because God does. Like God gives people free
So
will to
do you
do.
have anything else? So you gave me one. What else do you got?
Uh, okay, so let me ask you this question. Do you think
No,
it's
I want you to give
immoral?
me your list. I want you to give me your list. I would like to know how you would reduce abortion without bans.
Yeah, so um, we can preach the gospel, but which you're against, obviously. But I
You
can move
can't
on to the
enforce
next
that.
one.
Yeah, yeah, I would like some more. I'm wondering kind of like what point, like how many
What
point
pragmatic
plan you got.
policy positions can you take that would reasonably reduce the number of abortions?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Enforcing
so
religion isn't going to do that.
yeah, I don't think religion
yeah,
will do
And
that either.
frankly,
I
plenty of
actually think
religious
that would
people do get
increase. I
abortions.
I think that would actually increase abortion.
Yeah,
no, no,
it would.
that's ridiculous. No,
Yeah, if
like
you look at like abortion statistics, if you look like in the Bible Belt where they preach abstinence only education, they have the highest rates of teen pregnancy and abortions.
And STDs
that's not the from the
and
studies
spousal
I've read.
abuse
That's not
and teen
true. I have
marriages
That's
studies
from the
that say the
and
CDC.
opposite.
If you would
SAs.
like my source on that, that's a CDC source.
Right,
Well, I could give you my sources that says the exact opposite.
Great.
right.
What is it?
Bible.com.
So wait, I'm getting a couple sources from you. One is that abortion bans reduce abortion. Is
Yeah.
that legal abortions or
Yes.
just abortions in general?
I believe it's just legal abort. So like
Okay,
when
so
Texas,
it does it
when
does it uh does it like counter or take into fact that illegal abortions go up?
oh, well, how would you know that if it's illegal?
They can still be reported.
Oh, how? How would
I
they
mean,
know?
that's what they did through Roe v. Wade. I'm sorry, before Roe v. Wade.
Yeah. Like,
Okay, let's give me your
but
study. Give me your study.
about abortions
Yeah,
being
about abortion bans.
reduced. Okay, hold on. Let me look it up. I'll give you that, and I'll give you the studies about the abstinence education.
I can
Um,
give you one too.
so give me
Okay, I'm
one sec.
excited for those. So you mentioned preaching the gospel. What else was a part of your approach to reduce
Yeah.
abortion?
Hang on. Can I
Um,
rejoin? I've got an echo.
Yep.
yeah, and teaching abstinence education in schools, which you, of course, would
Okay.
disagree that
Yep.
it's
Definitely
effective.
disagree with that one. Okay.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I think those two things would
That's your
be
plan?
effective. Yeah, that's my plan.
Oh,
We change. We have to change the culture. I think this American culture is going backwards. Our moralities um, is becoming more degenerate every generation. And if we push back against the degeneracy, then and the
damn, Jamaal.
immorality,
You really, for someone who is so pro-life, you really haven't done your homework.
I haven't done my homework. Okay,
Yes, abstinence
Yeah.
only education has
Have
proved to
you heard
be.
of the LARC program?
no,
So LARC was a program instituted in Colorado. It stands for Long Acting Reversible Contraceptives. They made IUDs publicly funded for girls and women ages 16 to 21. And the year after they instituted this, they saw teen pregnancy rates reduced by half. They saw teen abortion rates reduced by half, and the state actually saved about $69 million. So public funding of IUDs and expansion of healthcare and contraceptive access would be one of the most effective ways to reduce unwanted pregnancy, thus abortion. So I'm
So,
surprised that that wasn't something that you mentioned.
so what is the effectiveness of contraceptives like
It
condoms and
depends on the contraceptive itself. Condoms have a effective rate of about 85%. An IUD is one of the most effective birth control next to female and male sterilization. It's 99% effective.
so if you have relations 100 times like in a week, that means that there's a high possibility that person can have to get pregnant, right? Is that how is
No.
that how is that what
I
it
mean,
means?
100 times a week? Damn, Jamal. Someone
Little
is
freaky.
busy. But no, while that's just the percentage that it is typically effective, let's say there is that 1% chance, then you would have to kind of go into another math equation in terms of like what percentage of chances this person at in their cycle of getting pregnant. Um, like female sterilization, I believe, is also 99% effective, and male sterilization is 99.5% effective. So it's rated one of the highest effective rates. I actually have an IUD, and I have for the last 2 years.
But
And it
according,
works very well.
okay, so according to a study I
Well,
read,
it is.
roughly
Are those
roughly
things that I
50%.
just told you, like, is that something that makes you happy?
Okay, so but roughly 50% of women who have an unattended pregnancy claim that they were using contraceptives.
Correct.
They were.
So that can
And more
be
than
like
50%.
condoms and birth control. The pill, one of the reason that a lot of contraceptive doesn't work is due to user error, which is why sex health education K through 12 would be really important. Um,
Like,
I
yeah,
think the
it doesn't.
pill is like 92% effective, and then it reduces depending on how efficient the person is at taking the pill.
So,
But
so
before we go into that, the things I told you about the LARC program, does that make you happy?
I have to look into that because that's interesting. I'll look into it. I don't know if
So
that's what you said is actually
let's just
true.
say for argument's sake that I am correct. If you would like to go to my main page, I actually do have a video where I posted a screenshot of everything that I just told you. Um, if in fact I am correct, and this program did reduce teen pregnancies by 50%, and did reduce teen abortions by 50%, and did save the state $69 million, does that make you happy?
Um, no, because
Why not?
I'm against fornication.
You're against sex?
No,
Are you a
fornication.
Puritan?
So sex outside of
Isn't
the
fornication
context of
sex?
marriage.
Yes.
Well, yeah, outside of the context of marriage.
Oh, people not married to each other.
Yeah.
So okay. So which is worse? People fornicating or abortions?
They're both bad and wrong.
Tell me like
What's
Um,
worse?
give me a degree here. Like if we had to
Yeah.
do a
Like if you
scale
had to
here,
scale them.
well, of course, abortion is the taking of
it's
a
worse.
human life, but
Like, do you think abortion is
I
murder?
don't. But I don't. I'm not going to support either. You know. So,
Do you think abortion is murder?
yeah, I believe so. Elective
Okay.
abortion.
And
Then isn't
so
that
you
worse
think
than
abortion is
fornication?
murder and you want that criminalized, but
Right.
adultery would be fornication and you don't want that criminalized.
Well, I'm like neutral on that.
How
Like I
so?
Right.
don't. I
You
wouldn't
didn't
mind if
want
it was
you said
criminalized.
no. I don't necessarily need that. So
Right.
so
Yeah.
wouldn't that be better than abort, like would it, what I'm proposing, even though it's kind of like in your world an evil, wouldn't that be the lesser of two evils?
Well, I won't say this. I don't think fornication should be illegal. I don't think that should be criminalized.
Well,
Why
thank
not? That would be
goodness.
primary prevention.
Yeah, that
If
would
you
Oh
hate
just
wait,
be
abortions,
no,
wouldn't you
that's
want to?
actually a good
that'll be
point,
just
Jason. I mean,
yeah,
yeah, why wouldn't you put fornication criminalized?
that'll be
Wouldn't
just
you
a
want to
strain.
eliminate all forms of abortion caused by extramarital or even unmarried sex
Well,
or
why isn't
Yeah,
that
unprepared
on your
yeah,
list?
sex?
Why don't
that'll
you
be
want fornication?
yeah, that'll be like an extreme
Yeah.
strain on the criminal justice system because a lot of people are involved in
But
that.
abolishing abortion isn't?
No.
Why?
Um, well, at least in red states, the abortion rate in red states has always been like very, very low. So,
No, they're
yeah.
actually higher.
No, they haven't actually.
No, they're actually lower. I looked it up. It's much, much lower.
Where? You didn't look this up because it's not true.
I did look it
States
up.
like Arkansas,
Like
Mississippi,
states like
Texas.
Iowa, Montana, um, uh, like
Is that rate
Oregon.
or
Montana's
volume?
not really
I'm
red.
talking about the
It's
rate.
not Bible Belt.
Montana is red.
The abortion rate in red
No.
states are much, much lower. Yes. Just Google it.
The abortion rate or the number of abortions?
The abortion rate.
Okay, so we're going to look at rate. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of your
Montana is pretty high. Montana is 8.2.
Now compare that to like states like New York.
Well,
That's like
who makes up the top 10
10.
in the list?
Yeah, New York is high, 28.8.
There you go. As a matter of fact, half of pregnancies of black women in New York City end in abortion, which is pretty sad.
Do you think that's due to poverty?
Uh, yeah, that's like one factor.
Could
Okay.
crime be a factor as well?
And what?
Crime?
Crime. Yeah, that's another factor probably.
Okay. Don't you think they have a justified reason for getting an abortion?
Well, I don't think anyone has a justified reason to get an abortion if it's not on
Well,
an
that's you,
elective
but
abortion.
you can't make that decision for them.
Oh, wait, am I looking at a right source? I don't
Yeah.
know. Let me double check here. That source just looks really strange.
They usually are.
So I'm looking at is Nevada a red state or a blue state? It's probably a blue state
Purple.
because Las Vegas.
I think they
Purple.
are swing state.
California, Florida, Illinois, Maryland, New York, and New Jersey. Yeah,
Yeah.
so like
Florida's a red state.
the vast majority of like the top 10 with the highest abortion rate are blue states.
What are you
The
reading
only
off
like,
of?
the only U.S. news. The only like
That's not a source.
Yeah, let me see if I can find the CDC because let's see, abortion
Do
rate.
you know what primary, secondary, and tertiary sources are?
yes,
And you realize you're not reading off of a primary source?
yes, but they do source the
Or even
primary.
really a secondary source.
But they do source the primary source.
Which is?
I don't know. I got off the page. I'm
Oh
looking
my
for another.
god. How convenient.
Jaden, get.
Why's that your only retort whenever you get caught in your bullshit?
No, I just think it's funny.
It's not. You're the only one that laughs.
Did you find me those sources yet?
Okay, so hold on. I mean, I'm on abort73.com, abortion facts by
Yeah,
state.
that's the site that looked really weird.
Why? Because it gives a lot of facts that contradicts your narrative.
No, I mean just look at like the banner and like abort 73. Like, come on. You should go to like JesusHatesAbortions.com.
Yeah.
So Alabama has like 9% of pregnancies are in an abortion. Compare
Yeah, I
that
don't know if
to
we should go in on percentage, maybe necessarily like rate.
well, that is like the that gives you like the rate, right?
I
One
mean,
second.
Alabama
Let me
also
see
has
if
like
I
a
can-
fifth of the population of New York.
In California, 26.9% of pregnancies end in abortion.
Yeah, how many people live in California?
No, I'm talking. It's not. It's not. It doesn't give you like an absolute number. It's giving you the percentage of women who get pregnant in California, and they.
Yeah, what's
and
your
26.9
what's your take on the unfaithful wife?
unfaithful wife? What?
Yeah, numbers 11 to 30.
I have to look it up. Is
Wait,
that
you don't know your Bible, Jamaal?
is that the passage a lot of a lot of pro-choicers use to try to justify abortion. Let me look at it. I don't know. You're gonna have to like give me like the verse, the chapter and
Why?
verse.
You don't know it? I mean, if you argue abortion so much, why would you not know this verse?
So like Christians are under the new covenant, so we don't follow the Mosaic law, right? And basically,
Wait, are you saying God changed their mind?
uh, yeah, it's pretty much like
Oh.
we're under like a new dispensation, meaning that we're under a new covenant. And under this new covenant, Christians um basically like the to like fulfill like the whole law is to love others as you love yourselves, which is
But
like
you
the
don't.
second commandment. Well, I love you, Jaden,
No,
even
you
though
don't.
like even though
No,
you
you
like
really
you
don't.
hate me. No, I do
You
love you.
don't. No, you
I
don't.
do.
Stop.
I do.
You
Um,
I
stop.
do.
You don't.
okay, Jamal,
I
I want
do.
to go on to one other topic and then I'm gonna let you go. You get your morality from God?
Uh, so I will say yes and no. Because like even before I came to God, I knew that abortion was just evil and wicked and unnecessary violence against the
So where do you
unborn.
get your morality from?
From my conscience, and I'll say it's from God as well. Like it's hard to like I can't like separate my
So
morality
would
from
you
God.
say that like it's wrong to like kill babies?
Yes, it's unnecessary violence
Okay.
against the innocent.
So was it wrong for Moses to kill the Midianite children?
So, in that case, that was like God carrying out his judgment against like certain tribes, because they were committing like gross evil.
Right, yeah, they were sinning,
We're
and
children.
God commanded Moses to do that as a punishment, correct?
Correct. And there's
So
and there are some,
would you say that that was right or wrong?
so and another thing I just want to say this that there are some Bible scholars that believe that they may have been part of the Nephilim. Um, what the Nephilim
That's great. But
were
was it right or wrong?
well, let me just say this: like there were certain tribes that
Yes or no,
were
please.
Nephilim, so there were the offspring
Yeah,
of fallen
I just
angels.
wanna
Just
like
yes or
understand
no.
your moral framework. Like, was that right or wrong in your moral framework?
Well, if God commanded it, then of course it was right.
Okay.
But well,
So if
yeah.
God
So
commanded
if
you to off a
God,
baby tomorrow, would that
Oh
be
wait,
okay?
hold on.
yeah,
I
that
like
was
I
my
said, the
question,
second
Jamal.
greatest
I'm
commandment.
curious if God commanded you to kill children, if you would do it.
No, because God would not command me to kill like children. That
Well,
would
he
Why
already
not?
contradict
He did it
they
that
already
would
before.
did.
contradict the second greatest commandment, which is to love others as you love yourself, and to do unto others as you
I
want
don't
others to
think
do
that's
unto
the
you.
second commandment, is it?
That's the
It's not.
second greatest commandment in the Bible. Look it up. You could Google it.
No, yeah,
So
the second commandment is thou shalt not make
no.
unto thee any graven image or likeness. Yeah.
I'm talking about the
Like the
second
first four
greatest commandment
commandments
that
are like
Jesus taught.
God essentially showing that like
No, I'm
they're
talking
kind
about
of
the
immature.
second greatest
But
commandment that Jesus
Jamal,
taught.
this is the last point I want to make before I let you go. So I just want to make sure. It's irrelevant if you think God would do it or not. Because I it's just to understand your moral framework. And so I'm curious, like if God commanded this of you, would you carry
No,
out the
but
command?
that would contradict his character and his commandments.
How?
So that wouldn't.
He's
I
done it
know that
before,
would
though.
not be of God. That would be
No,
of the
because
devil.
it would
That would
just be
be
a
of
part of
Satan.
God's master plan. And you said that anything God commands, they are the ultimate judge. It would be righteous.
No,
So
that
why
wouldn't
would
be.
you not carry out God's righteous plan?
That wouldn't be of God's character. So I know that would
It
not be
would,
of God.
though, because he's
No,
already done it. And if he says it's
Jesus.
okay, then yes, it's of his character.
No,
If he
Jesus
spoke
said
directly
to
to you from the heavens and argued
Jesus.
that you should
Jesus
be
said.
offing at least 12 children a day to do his will, then yeah, I
Jesus.
think you would find some way to justify that crazy ass bullshit.
Jesus said the second greatest commandment is to love others as you love yourself.
We
So
literally
that would
just
contradict.
read it.
All right,
It's not
Jamal,
what it
that's
says.
Killing.
all I had for you. I'm going to go ahead and let you go.
Okay, and I hope you repent and turn to Jesus. He loves you, Kenzie.
Hail
You
Satan,
can
Jamal. You have a
you
great
can have
weekend.
you can have hope in the Lord. He loves you. Okay. I want to see
You
you
were
in heaven.
indoctrinated and brainwashed, Jamal.
No, I have Jesus. He's the
Hey,
truth.
Corgi.
You
You
are
can have the truth as
indoctrinated and
well.
brainwashed, but I hope you take care.
Don't go to hell.
All right. Hey, Mendoza's coming?
Oh, Mendoza's coming over? Cool. I need to grow
You want
up?
me to step
Why?
out?
What fun is that?
You want a 1v1 her?
Oh, I don't mind either way, whatever she wants to do.
All right.
Um, all right. If who's ever in the box, if you disagree, or I'm sorry, if you disagree, keep your request in. If you don't disagree, if you could withdraw your request, because I already have Jaden in here, and I don't like more than one co-host.
Hey, they've already sent the flock.
What do you mean?
Well, certain names are popping in.
Like who?
There's 2K, I see J-Rob.